In previous session, we have talked about conservation of wildlife. We have discussed about the case studies like Hejri movement, then Hug the Tree movements, या Chipko Andolan, and conservation of wildlife in that involvement of local people. Now we'll move towards the important topic, that is water. Water is the basic need of every living organism. We cannot survive without water. Okay. Now, on the earth, though 70% of the surface is covered with the water, but that water is not useful for us directly. Clear? So whatever water is available for us to use in our daily practices, that is only the fresh water. Now, what are the sources of fresh water? First of all, rain, then river, lakes, ponds, and glaciers. Glaciers mean the ice caps which gets melt and mixed into the river flow, that we refer as the glaciers. Okay. Why we are going to study this water topic in natural resources? First of all, know its importance. Water is though available in plenty, but nowadays you may have realized one thing: there is a scarcity of water in most of the part of our country. See, in our country is having very huge diversity, climatic diversity I'm talking about, not about the living organism. Huge geographical diversity, climatic diversity, so that in some parts of our country there is heavy rainfall, means literally flood situation occurs, but on the other hand in some part of our country there is very less rainfall, so there is continuous drought and scarcity of water. So what happened in both the cases? People are not meeting to their basic needs as they are expecting to be in the regular way, so that we have to manage these natural resources, because along with this the sipping of water is very important. Okay, see, first we'll talk about the rain. The rainwater, though available in small period of time, but you may have noticed that it is available in plenty of quantity, means countless. अगर आपने देखा होगा कि आपके घर के टेरेस का जो आउटलेट है उसके इन एट द टाइम ऑफ रेनी सीजन उसमें से जो पानी गिर रहा है, अगर आप उसको कलेक्ट करते हो in any form, either in tank or maybe in the course of rain water harvesting या rooftop water harvesting, तो वो इतनी ज़्यादा quantity में हो जाता है कि that you can use later for many purposes. So whatever amount of water has been falling from the rain, that we have to allow to sip into the soil, sip to percolate into the soil, so that the water table can rise up, ground water level can be increased. ठीक है? So जब भी हम रेन वाटर को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कंजर्व करते हैं, सॉइल में अलाउ करते हैं पर्कुलेट होने के लिए, दैट टाइम वी हैव मेनी बेनिफिट्स. व्हाई? The place at which groundwater level is high, that area is a flourish area. Flourish in the sense there is a good agricultural practices can be there, good agricultural practices can be done. On the contrary, when there is, wherever there is no sufficient water in the ground or in the depth of the soil, there agricultural practices based on only irrigation, external supply of the water, not by its own. सो एक तो ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल बढ़ती है, सेकेंड ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल बढ़ने की वजह से क्या होता है कि इरिगेशन जो है वो नेचुरली हो जाता है, आपको ऊपर से सोर्स सप्लाई करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है, तो दैट रीजन बिकम फ्लरिश एंड अल्टीमेटली द पीपल, द फार्मर्स are getting good yield. As they are getting good yield, they are improved a lot, they are improving a lot. ठीक है, they are improving a lot. So it's very important to conserve the rainwater and allow them to sip into the ground. Now how to conserve that rainwater or how to collect and store, that we will see in the next part, that is rainwater harvesting. Okay.